Hello, everyone, and welcome in to honestly maybe a misguided stream. I am gonna try and fill a big dog right now, a $500 draft on Underdog. We are waiting for 9 people to join. This was my idea. I've got to hop off this stream at I believe 1:15 Central Time. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be hopping on my friend Theo Greminger's podcast. So here we are. We are sitting and waiting for the big dog to fill. Maybe it will fill, maybe it will not. If it looks like it is not going to fill, we can hop in a Best Ball Mania. And obviously, it's extra misguided because I am also going up against, of course, one Mr. Peter Overzet, and that is what it is. I'm trying to basically I'm going to try and stream. I'm going to try and go live every single day for the remainder of draft season. And that means sometimes I'm going to go up against Chess Liam. That means sometimes I'm going to go up against Peter, and all of those things are fine. I added CSU Ram. I added Justin Herzig. I added, let's see who else. I DM'd Draft Cheat, so we will see if we can fill the big dog. If we fill the big dog, that's great. Maybe until then we hop in a Best Ball Mania or something. We can probably do that. But right now we've got 9 spots in this big dog. And look, I would love if we could fill that. We can, what we'll do is I will hop in a Best Ball Mania draft. And if it looks like the big dog is going to fill, I am just going to basically give up on, no, I'm not going to give up, but I will draft the Best Ball Mania team in the background on my phone. But yeah, the idea is that we are going to try and do a big dog, and that would be incredible. Right now, it is 9 out of 12, whatever. Let's go ahead and hop in a Best Ball Mania draft. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, I just pushed a ranking. Oh, we are 8 out of 12 right now to fill the big dog. So I think this might happen. I think we might be able to get this big dog filled. So over on the Patreon, I did just push my full redraft tiers, which I think is pretty cool. Obviously, it is home league managed season. I actually just did my home league draft on Saturday. It was the first time ever that I actually was not able to be there for my home league draft, which was a little bit of a bummer, but it is that time of year, guys. I mean, it is full on that time of year. If you guys end up subscribing to the Patreon, this is my full redraft tiers list. Like, basically, it's just going to break it down exactly for you. Who would I take 7 more in this big dog? So I'm pretty sure we are going to be able to get this filled, which means I'll be drafting the Best Ball Mania in the background. But yeah, if you guys sign up for patreon.com/DavisMattek, that is $10 a month, and you're going to get lots of amazing content. We are 8th in this Best Ball Mania. I'm hoping really that we don't even see the end of this. Nolan just jumped in the big dog. We need 8 more to fill this big dog. I'm also on the wrong view, and I'm going to start the backup music because that is all right. So we are picking 8th in this Best Ball Mania. Dog. Kind of hate picking 8th. I mean, the thing that picking 8th does is it does allow us to get a slightly better pick there in the 3rd round. 7 more to fill this big dog. So when you're picking at 8th, I mean, really what you are hoping for is you're hoping that you don't have to take I just realized Christian McCaffrey. Oh, okay. I thought for a second Christian McCaffrey was not in my rankings. I just did a rankings update that I just pushed to all of the Patreon subscribers, and I looked at my screen for a second and I thought I didn't have Christian McCaffrey in it, but he's all there. Josh Landro says you got to be feeling good about all those Mahomes non-Hollywood double stacks. I mean, yeah, obviously I feel fantastic about it. I mean, I would feel better if I would have had Rashee Rice ranked at, and Justin Jefferson goes at 4. I'd feel a lot better about all of my early Mahomes team if I knew that I had way less Hollywood on those teams, but I've got a ton of them. Guillem to Charlie, line of scrimmage, former Charlie. Well, you finished 2nd or 3rd and Best Ball Mania 3, but you are sitting here. How many? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 no badges. Wow. 7 no badges. We need 6 more for the big dog. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are heading to doing this one in the background, guys. I'm about to pick at 8, and the no badges just took Breece Hall and Amon-Ra St. Brown ahead of Jamar Chase. So we're either going to get, oh, wow, Jamar Chase at 8. That is a real gift. Jamar Chase at 8 is a real gift for my portfolio personally, because I don't have very much Jamar Chase. I've got 2% Jamar Chase. Yeah, James, I'm not trying to go head-to-head with Best Ball Breakfast, but here's the deal. I'm trying to go live every day until the season starts. I'm going to do the Player Profiler show with Theo Greminger in about an hour and a half, and then I've got ADP chasing after that. And if those two things are true, that means that my only time to go live on this day, either I'd have to stay at my desk till like 6 o'clock, and trust me, you guys don't want me staying at my desk until 6 o'clock. So this is the most optimal way to do it. I mean, obviously, I would never try and take views away from Peter. So, you know, it just is what it is. We need 6 more, guys. We need 6 more for the big dog. 6 more for the big dog. I think that we already won this draft. We just got Jamar Chase at 8. So I think we're already feeling pretty good. How back in are you on the Vidal Rice stacks? I'm very spoiler alert for if you are a subscriber to the rankings. Spoiler alert, very far back in. I moved Vidal and Brennan Rice. I mean, I was never out on Brennan Rice. 5 more for the big dog. Yeah, 5 more for the big dog. We are going to fill it. But yeah, I'm very back in on Vidal. All right. So we got the gift of Chase. What do we do with that? What do you do when you get that gift? I think you just draft who you want to have Chase with. I want to have Chase with A-Chain. That's definitely what I want. That's an interesting one where basically that combo of Jamar Chase and Devin A-Chain is actually super common. So I'm not gaining a ton combinatorially there, but really what I am gaining is I'm just gaining a Chase team. I mean, that I'm adding, instead of Justin Jefferson, Devin A-Chain, and whoever I take in the 3rd round, I have a Justin Jefferson combo of that. So if this is the one team that I get through to the semifinals, or the one team that I get through to the finals, I am laughing because it means that I've got a Jamar Chase combination there. Am I in on Cooper Kupp? Absolutely, I'm in on Cooper Kupp. I have Cooper Kupp ahead of ADP. In fact, I can even tell you how much Cooper Kupp I have. I've got 13.8% of Cooper Kupp, $776. That means that it's probably tilted a little bit more towards BBMs than the $5 drafts, which means that I've got a lot of Cooper Kupp. Yeah, so I am very in. Let's see, how many more do we need here? 5 more for the big dog. I'm going to pull this over on the other tab so that I don't miss it if it starts. 7 out of 12 in the big dog. Guys, it would be beautiful if we could fill this. This one is a bit weird. We just had a no badger King Juddy 69. Man, I really hope that Josh Norris has to read that name. Starts a Breece Hall, Kyron Williams. I mean, that is a real August conundrum there. Let's see, I've got an @ in the it's beautiful. All right, Isaiah Pacheco at the Isaiah Pacheco at the 1-2 at the, I guess, the 2-3 turn. I don't love that. I have a group chat right now that is going absolutely nuts, and it's being a little bit distracting. All right, yeah, we need 5 more for the big dog. 5 more for the big dog. DK Metcalf goes at the 2-3 turn. So I actually probably am gonna have someone. I probably am gonna have someone that I like here. Also, I'm realizing my boy Coolers. Coolers, what vote is needed for me in our FFPC main event group chat? Coolers, please tell me what I need to vote on, because I would love to provide a vote for that. I am doing my 6th FFPC main event draft of the year right now. We are in a slow. We finally drew the 101. We did take McCaffrey at 101, and I'm assuming that Coolers' presence in the chat, who is drafting that team with me, means that we are drafting at the 2-3 turn, and that my votes are needed for that selection. Top of the queue is still looking very strong here. Really, actually, it means I'm locked into getting someone that I like, because we are 3 picks away. Well, actually, it's not. If Evans, Ayuk, and Devonta go, then I will have to be entering into the Coolers. I vote for another deep running back stab. I will hop into our Slack and vote on that later. But if you guys want to just take whatever running back, that's who I vote on. Spurious News is asking how many big dogs I'm getting in. Sir, I will be getting into 6 big dogs, because my friend Fareed, the winner of Best Ball Mania 4, DM'd me on Friday and said that, oh, wow, look at this. Look at this. Brandon Ayuk at 3.8. Come on down. Fareed DM'd me and said that he wanted to stake me in some big dogs. And I said, Fareed, absolutely. I would love to do that. And he sent me enough money to hop into 6 different big dogs. And therefore I will be drafting 6 different big dogs. We need 5 more. Let me send another tweet about this so that we can try and get this filled. I'm going to quote tweet, and I'm going to say 5 more for a streamed big dog. Beautiful. Run Good Rick says low-key news. River Crackcraft hurt bad with upper body injury. Odell progressing back slowly. All signs point to the unknown Malik Washington. So I do have Malik Washington ranked. I do take Malik Washington a little bit, but truly what I feel is that Jonnu Smith is a way better pick, and the cost between them is so negligible, like a 16th round pick versus an 18th round pick is so little, that I would rather have the Brendan Rices and things of the world than I would Malik Washington. Not to say that Malik Washington is undraftable, but I'm not one of these guys who is going nuts with that. All right, we are about back up. Sort by my rankings. I mean, yeah, this is Rashee Rice, right? Why would I not take Rashee here? A-Chain. So I've got Burrow, I've got Purdy. Almost no shot that I end up getting Mahomes coming around, but hey, you never know. It's been a crazy room. Rashee Rice at pick 41 overall. A-Chain playing wide receiver. Yeah, so I saw a couple tweets about this over the weekend. The first being that A-Chain ran more routes as like an actual wide receiver than, I can't remember the exact stat, but it was something like A-Chain ran more routes as a wide receiver than any other, or a greater percentage of his routes came as a slot or a boundary wide receiver versus every other guy who had as many snaps as a running back as he did, which is good. And I think that definitely points towards basically what you want out of A-Chain. Chris Diaz is asking, yeah, this is not the big dog yet, right? We got 5 more for the big dog. And honestly, I'm probably not, if we don't fill it pretty soon, I'm probably not going to be able to do it, because I have about 70 minutes before I have to get off of this stream and go on to Theo Greminger's stream, and then Theo's stream, then we got to do ADP chasing. So you're going to get as much Davis Mattek as you want today, but I can't promise that we are going to be able to do a big dog. If we don't do a big dog today, I will promise you guys a big dog tomorrow. I don't even know who's going to be on the stream tomorrow yet. Rusty Shackelford is asking, is this the exact team you would have taken at the 104? Yes, which is totally fine by me. That's a totally fine way to play it for me. Well, no, actually, I would have taken Justin Jefferson 104, so it's different. Josh Allen went at 36, Hurts went at 40, Mahomes went at 44. I think this Mahomes guy, so this is part of the new context of these drafts today. I don't think you want to take Mahomes first anymore, because you might not, you're probably a dog. You probably are a legitimate dog to get Worthy back here at 53. I think it might even be, this is crazy. Oh, 4 more for the big dog. 4 more for the big dog. So we really might get there. That would be incredible. But I think you might almost be a dog to be, yeah, look at this. Worthy. He goes at pick 49. And now he's got to take Hollywood Brown. I think in the which is fine, which is not to say that Mahomes, Hollywood Brown, especially Hollywood at the new price is dead. But this is the point. Stephon hits it properly, which is that it is kind of impossible to get the Chiefs mega stack. You definitely can't do Kelsey, Mahomes, Worthy or Rice. That is completely impossible. You cannot get that at current prices. Yeah, I do. I need my boy JMC to go into every Discord and tell everyone to get in here. Although I did this. I tried to fill I was driving yesterday and I tried to fill Big Dog, and I did literally go into every fantasy football Discord that I am in and say need 4 more. You know what? I'm going to do it right now. Let's go into Legendary Upside. 4 more for a Big Dog. Let's go into beatbestball.com, and I will say 4 more for a Big Dog. I will go into the Deposit Kingdom and say 4 more for a Big Dog, and we will go into the Davis Mattek Discord and say 4 more for a Big Dog. All right, let's see if it was not a traffic one. I was not driving. My wife was driving. We were driving home from Chicago, where we just kind of hung out, had a nice little weekend. This would be amazing to get Mark Andrews here, but it's not going to happen. Satosh 82 is going to take him almost for sure. Does Barstool have a Discord? Almost for sure, right? Barstool's got to have a Discord. Almost no shot that Barstool does not have a Discord. Guillem, I never say your name right. Triboli, T Ravioli. Yeah, Satosh. Why is oh wow, George Pickens. All right, Mark Andrews, come on. Now, what a sick start, guys. What a sick start. Jamar Chase out of the 108. Devin A-Chain in the second round. Brandon Ayuk, Rashee Rice, Mark Andrews. Incredible. All right, 3 more, guys. 3 more for a Big Dog. We need 3 more. Beautiful. It's gonna happen. We are gonna do this. We are gonna be able to get the Big Dog in. I really am hoping and praying. And then we are gonna drop this. We are gonna drop this Best Ball Mania 5 draft. We're gonna drop it so fast. I mean, look, I could probably put this one on the plane, right? I mean, what do I even need out of this one? I've already hit the nuts. I have Jamar Chase way after ADP. I've got A-Chain. I've got Brandon Ayuk way after ADP. I have Rashee Rice ahead of ADP, and then Mark Andrews. I mean, I am laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, this is so true, Pat Joyce. The Underdog community does love to just absolutely bury the Mahomes drafter. Jordan, Atencia? How do you get that red text with the data? Sorry if you've explained it before. No problem, sir. You can get that using the Draft Caddy, which you can get from Endgame Syndicate. The link to purchase that is in the description of this podcast, or of this YouTube. You can just go and scroll down in the description of this video and purchase it. It's I believe it is $25 a month, or no, $29 a month, and it's a pretty cool tool. Honestly, I really want to take Pitts here, but it's not enough of like a sick ADP value. So ADP and my ranking honestly say it's Jaden Reed, which I guess means we are taking Jaden Reed. That gives us another quarterback. So we've got Tua, Burrow, Ayuk, Tua, Burrow, Purdy, and Love all live here. Atienza. Justin is asking, Davis, can we talk for just 1 second about Mahomes behind the back and how ridiculous their offense might be this year? Okay, this is great. I love this question because this has been my thinking the entire time, which is that the Chiefs they don't want this anymore. They do not want to throw a bunch of 7-yard passes. They don't want to win games, 24-10. That's not fun for Mahomes. It's not fun for Andy Reid. It's not fun for any of them. And they want to be doing shit like that. They want to be doing the ring around the rosy. They want to, like, Pat wants to throw bombs. Pat went to fucking Texas Tech, dude. Pat wants to throw bombs, and they are going to be getting back to that this year. Hunter Goss is asking, how many Chiefs did you get in your home league that you recently tweeted about. Let me see if I'm logged in on Sleeper on this web browser. I might not be. I'm not, but I will, buddy. I will pull it up on my phone because I'm very happy with my home league. This is the league that I've been in since I was 18 years old. So it's my high school and my college buddies. We have one keeper. So you have one keeper, and you keep them with a 1-round penalty every single year. My keeper was Devin A-Chain. You know, we drafted on Sleeper, so there are intricacies based on, you know, all that scoring setting and draft applets or everything. But here is how many Chiefs did I get? I did get Xavier Worthy. Where do you guys think I took Xavier Worthy? Because I took someone go into Liam's stream. Someone go into Liam's stream and say that we need 2 more for a big dog. Someone go into Liam's stream and say that we need 2 more for a big dog. Please, I'm begging you. I took Worthy at 4-7 in my home league. Yeah, we need 2 more for the big dog, everyone. All right. This is my starting lineup. Anthony Richardson, Bijan Robinson, Devin A-Chain, Steph Diggs, DJ Moore. I took Taysom Hill at tight end. I also have Hawkinson, Devonta Smith, James Conner, Christian Kirk. My bench: Estime, Bucky Irving, J.K. Dobbins, Brian Robinson, Chase Brown, Xavier Worthy, Lad McConkey, Hollywood Brown, Taysom Hill, T.J. Hawkinson, and I have Kendrick Bourne and Keaton Mitchell stash on my pup. So the answer to how many Chiefs was 2 Chiefs. Got sniped on Deneric Prince. Of course, I got sniped on Deneric Prince in my home league. You know, that is exactly how it goes. We need 1 more. We need 1 more for the big dog. So you guys know what that means. That means we are going to be dropping this team. We're going to be dropping this team, honestly, like an absolute hot potato. To which I say, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so I also, the reason why I just said so many guys on the bench, Rice went in the 3rd round in my home league. Rashee Rice went in the 3rd round in my home league because obviously, of course he did. The reason why I have so many guys is I traded a bunch of my players away in the league last year for picks this year because it's a keeper league, so our picks are transferable. So I had more picks than everyone else. I had like 22 picks with an 18-man roster, so I was picking earlier than everyone else. Where should Hollywood go at this point, in your opinion? Well, I can tell you where I've got him ranked. I've got him ranked right here. I've got him ranked slightly ahead of his current ADP because I've got him ahead of some of these guys who just went, actually. I've got him ahead. Actually, this is right where I have him positionally. I've got him behind JSN, but that's it of all of the guys who are gone. But we are about to pick. Liam's whole chat is 4 of us telling him to draft the big dog. Liam, draft the big dog. Let's do it. What does everyone think about Joe Burrow not letting his parents kick it on Saturday because it's game time? I mean, I love that. The funny thing is I really do hate the Bengals, but I like Joe Burrow. I mean, Joe Burrow has never given me any reason to not love him. I think Joe Burrow is great. And all right, I've got this is a real Sophie's choice here. I need to add another quarterback here because I might not get Burrow. This is a badgeless room, so I'm gonna add Brian Thomas Jr. here. I know that was disregarding my rankings, but that was also a little bit of an exposure thing. Rockout is asking, do you guys like 4-point or 6-point per passing touchdown? Me personally, I actually prefer 4 because I like the running court. Like I just like that. I prefer, you know, I like having Anthony Richardson. Even someone like Bo Nix or Justin Fields or something like that. I like that risk reward better than Kirk Cousins, you know, beating those guys on a given week. But that's a total personal preference. Thoughts on the Warren injury? I did move him down in my rankings a little bit, and I've been chilling out on absolutely smashing him. I mean, I didn't move him down a ton. I think he's still, I have him in the same tier that he was in before, but I am worried, especially, I'm especially worried in leagues where the regular season counts for a ton. So something like the FFPC, it's only an 11-week regular season in these high stakes leagues. And like, that's brutal. Like if you start out not having Jalen Warren until you take him in the 7th round, you don't have him. Let's go. Joe Burrow right at ADP with Jamar Chase. Really wanted to make sure to get a Burrow Chase team, and I've got it. I don't remember what I was just saying, but Jalen Warren for the FFPC and other things with only 11 weeks of the regular season. I mean, 11 weeks of the regular season, you might not have Joe Burrow, or you might not have Jalen Warren for 15% of that, and that sucks. That's really not ideal. Stefan said, Jalen Wright has had a tremendous amount of steam lately. Do you think it was positive or negative he was a healthy scratch for the second preseason game? I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard to no, Best Ball Viper, you did not. We still need one more. You did not miss it. It is still, we need one more. Best Ball Viper, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna fill us, buddy? Come on, Best Ball Viper. We need you. We need your services. So the Jalen Wright thing, it's hard to say, Stefan, because they had a wide receiver playing running back in that game in the second half. Chris Brooks got a ton of carries. They were going to give Chris Brooks like the entire game, and then he got hurt. So I do wonder. I do wonder if they. I guess actually I don't even wonder. I do know if they had known that Chris Brooks was going to get injured in that game, they would not have scratched him. The reason why the other guys were active was because they wanted to give the starters a little bit of a dress rehearsal. Ball is life FF saying, when do we get a little nervous about CD, Chase, Ayuk not practicing yet? For CD and Chase, I don't worry at all. Like literally my aren't you worried meter is 0.0 on those fellas. But the reason why I'm nervous about Ayuk is that Shanahan is such a specific play caller. He is such a specific designer. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen, guys. Shanahan is such a specific designer of offenses, and this entire offseason, he has both been at practice every single day with Debo, CMC, and Kittle, and Juwan Jennings, and Ricky Pearsall, although it does not seem like Ricky Pearsall has exactly covered himself in glory in training camp up until this point. I'm worried about that for Brandon Ayuk. I mean, I'm worried about that because I don't really like Brandon Ayuk to begin with. I know I took him on this team, but I mean, he was a fist pump where I took him. But like, I was already a big Debo guy before that, and I also think Shanahan probably for a significant chunk of this offseason. I mean, don't you think he probably was planning on Ayuk? Here's the thing, though, is he? Because don't you think that Shanahan spent a big chunk of this offseason planning for what life might be like without Brandon Ayuk? I wonder if he has, I mean, I think the Ricky Pearsall draft, that was 100% about thinking they might not have Brandon Ayuk, or definitely would not have Ayuk next year. And so I don't know. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is plug and play. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying Brandon Ayuk is a bad pick, but I think your concern level can be real. Let's take Tony Pollard here. I mean, this is a Tony Pollard. This is a ready-made Tony Pollard room. There's going to be another running back that I like coming around. The BBM5 winner, guys. We need one more for a big dog. Tell your mom. Tell your friends. We need one more for a big dog so that we can knock it out on stream. BBM5 winner says he's got an early BBM team with Mahomes, Kelsey, Rice, and Goff, Amon-Ra, Laporta. Yeah, but I mean, come on, tell us who else is on that team, because I know you got a couple zeros on that team from early on. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not a Ricky Pearsall guy. Don't make me be the Ricky Pearsall guy, but there are real organizational reasons to be a little bit worried about Brandon Ayuk. All right, the team through 9 rounds in this Best Ball Mania 5 as we wait for one more for a big dog. We've got Jamar Chase, Devin Achane, Brandon Ayuk, Rashee Rice, Mark Andrews, Jaden Reed, Brian Thomas, Joe Burrow, Tony Pollard. We are about up with our 10th round pick. We got a bunch of different ways we can go here. There are a lot of good picks here. Probably need another running back. And guess what? We are going to do Zach Moss stacked with Joe Burrow. That's just, you love to see it. You actually love to see when a plan comes together. I'm trying to get a little bit more of Zach Moss right now. And I mean, not that I'm paring down the Chase Brown. Yeah. So This, you guys can see, this one is a full August draft. We just got Matthew Stafford to a no Badger at 110. Jaden Daniels went uncorrelated, unstacked to the Anthony Richardson drafter at 91. Dak went ahead of ADP to the Justin Jefferson team. Caleb Williams went ahead of ADP to the DJ Moore team. Okay, at least that one was a stack. Brock Purdy went way ahead of ADP to a team with no 49ers and with 3 total wide receivers. Yeah, so this one's crazy. Stefan said, what you said the other day about the Trey Benson scenario when you drafted with Corain, Gretch, and Peter the other day was hilarious. Stefan, I bet it was, but I literally don't remember it. The thing that I remember from drafting with those guys the other day was that I said that not getting Xavier Worthy in a draft was like getting shot. That I feel like getting shot. So that's pretty funny. I just got the at from Liam. Oh, guys, come on. Let's go. Big dog filled. I'm going to draft beautiful. And I got the 1-3. You just love to see it. I'm going to do the rest of this big dog, or I'm going to do the rest of this Best Ball Mania on my phone, just to remind you guys, and I'll check in at the end. This is the team in the Best Ball Mania draft. Joe Burrow at quarterback, Devin Achane, Tony Pollard, Zach Moss, Jamar Chase, Brandon Ayuk, Rashee Rice, Jaden Reed, Brian Thomas, and Mark Andrews. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm feeling, no, I can't, the music, but Alex, the music helps me lock in, bro. The music absolutely helps me lock in. That is absolutely essential. I will not be doing that. All right, guys, who do we have in this one? Who do we have in this draft? We got Best Ball Viper, Hotsy Sauce, I Am the Sims, Baby Stevie, G Gustafsson, CG Geyer, OMG, Wilkes 3579, Herzig's in. I knew Herzig wouldn't let me down, and Kaylay 47. So this one I don't think is going to be as soft as the other one. Herzig, do you want to come on? Herzig, do you want to come on and chat about our picks? Guys, do I have the stones? Do I have the stones to take Justin Jefferson ahead of Tyreek Hill in a $500 big dog draft? Guess what? I do. I do have the stones to take Justin Jefferson ahead of Tyreek Hill in a $500 big dog draft. You just love to see it. That's how it's done. Yeah, Herzig, if you want to come on and draft our teams at the same time, you are more than welcome. I don't know what you've got going on, but you are more than welcome to join, brother. Yeah, Justin Jefferson over Tyreek Hill. I'm only going to be doing. Oh yeah, so I assume. Yeah, Herzig is also drafting a Best Ball Mania 555. I will send him the StreamYard if he wants to. I will send him the StreamYard to see if he wants to do it. All right, I am up at 11-8 in the Best Ball Mania draft, and I need another running back, and I am gonna take Trey Benson. I'm gonna take Trey Benson in that one. All right, back to the big dog. What else do we got going on here? All went pretty chalk. Christian McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown ahead of Bijan, Garrett Wilson ahead of Breece. Herzig takes the falling value with Breece. No surprises there. Wait, all right. I said I was going to send Herzig this link, and I need to see, guys, I'm so bad at this. I'm not even multitasking. I'm literally doing like 900 things right now, but there it is for, Herzig's, yeah, it's beautiful. All right. I'm back up in the Best Ball Mania again. No obvious quarterback pick here. I don't think. Could take A-Chain. No obvious wide receiver pick. Let's take, does Ricky Pearsall make sense on this team? No. Let's take Dobbins and just be done. At running back. All right, back to the big dog. Serious business. Devin Achane is still on the board. All right. God, that would be beautiful. Jonathan Taylor goes. These guys are not going to let me. Okay, he goes. These guys are going to punish any hardcore running back drafter here. These guys know exactly what's up. Justin Jefferson at 3. Oh, buddy, he's here. Mr. Herzig, he's here. I will let me kill the music. Justin, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I mean, you don't have to kill it. It's actually just like really smooth music. It feels like it's good background.
We'll put it on real light. We'll put it on 15 right now. I didn't think this. I'm gonna take Cooper Kupp here real quick. I didn't think this was gonna happen. So I'm feeling really blessed right now. I didn't know if this was gonna fill.
Yeah, I've got Influencer 1.01 in the 555, so that'll make this a little easier to multicast a bit.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I have to try and not drop the baby in this best ball mania that I had going because I've got a pretty nice one going there. Justin, how many big dogs in are you?
Not many. They
never fill.
Few.
They never fill.
Yeah. And I don't like doing slow, so that's my biggest issue. Like the 555s over on DK, I'd say earlier on in the summer, we're getting like 2 to 3 fasts a day, and now it's like 1 every hour or 2, maybe 1 every 2 hours. The big dogs, like, they'll never fill unless you tweet out about it, and I just am not a slow drafter guy.
I literally had to go full JMC. I just typed in every fantasy football Discord that I'm in. Devontae Adams, that is
for a stream. That's 100% valid.
Right, yeah. All right, let's see, Justin. What do you have cooking here? Oh, you got the. How about that? Breece Hall at 10. Got to be fist pumping that.
Well, you and I, we talked about like our favorite draft picks and stuff. In general, we're both like top 6. Yeah, 12 horrible, 11 not good, 10 still bad. But when you get the falling Breece, like, that 9 and 10 is where I feel like so strong because I love getting A.J. Brown at 9 because I can get Jalen Hurts every time in the 4th. But after that, it gets a little risky.
Yeah. How is the preseason news fire hydrant been treating some of your stuff? Is there anything you're very down bad on, or anything that you have like infinite CLV on thus far?
I feel like I'm fake down bad on Keenan Allen.
It's like, so, like, you're fine. You're completely fine. The thesis remains the same. It is like you're not going to get CLV on it, but it's completely fake.
All right, I'm going to try something new here.
All right, Herzig is on the clock right now.
Yeah.
He's at the worst spot. This is the worst spot in the world.
It's horrible.
When you are on the clock in round 3 and even both the Texans wide receivers are gone and it's Michael Pittman Jr. and a bunch of tight ends, no one has ever been more down bad than this draft spot.
The only reason I choose Pittman here is because I can get Anthony Richardson with pick 58. Otherwise, you can get so blocked out at QB in this area. You don't like miserable. It, but like, ugh.
It sucked, but yeah, like you're gonna get blocked out at wide receiver if you don't take someone there. All right, this is crazy. I'm gonna take Ricky Pearsall is not that. I'm gonna take Downs here on this team because I need a little bit of extra wide receiver. This is how I've never streamed 2 drafts at once before, and I gotta believe it's about the worst content imaginable. I gotta assume that the people particularly listening to this on audio right now are hating themselves. So I apologize to those people, but I didn't want to just have dead air for 45 minutes. You are back on the clock in round 4 in our big dog. What's in your brain right now?
All right, so I don't want to do the Josh Allen because I'm setting up the Anthony Richardson. I think Rashee Rice is finally getting a price where like the risk is not worth it, and I have that tweet in my drafts. I just need to send it out. We could go Kelsey, but I think we said because I already took that Bijan in the beginning, I'm going to go T. Gives me maybe a second Burrow, like if the Richardson gets sniped early, so I don't hate that.
No, that was absolutely the right move. I am gonna take Noah Fant here real quick as a second tight end, and the other one, and then I might actually end up in jail here. I might end up in jail in ours if the wide receiver range goes in such a way here in this big dog. If I'm assuming Rashee is gonna go, yeah, Rashee does just go. Wilkes 3579 just took him, so I might end up at a little bit in jail here.
you went with that start that we talked about, where you like the guys a lot, but their QBs are not sexy pairing partners. Now, Devontae got a little sexier with the Minshew, just from a level of
I promise
confidence.
you, I'm not taking Gardner Minshew in a $500
Yeah.
fantasy football draft.
Well, so if you were to do it, it'd be like Jalen Daniels and then Darnold and Minshew.
Build. Yeah, three quarterback build. That's what I will do instead is I'm just gonna opt for optionality like the entire rest of the way that I get through this is like if I have any tiebreak at all, like if it's between a Jaguar and
you're gonna get
Bill. Ingram. Yeah, exactly. Like that is. Although,
Kelsey.
There's I was gonna say I'm trying to I got 2 picks to sweat out here. We might have something much more fun. But if this guy's name is I Am the Sims, I mean he's about to run the Sims and make a very correct pick here, which is
my god. The people letting Davis have a Kelsey Mahomes stack in the big
there was no way.
Do you still go Mahomes for the worthy?
I didn't. You know what? I didn't do it. I did one yesterday, and I got sniped. Nez sniped me on this exact combination.
I mean, it's possible it's going to happen, but Pickens is there, which provides cover. Christian Kirk's ahead in ETR ranks.
Oh, this is so thin, because I'm now completely at the mercy of these turn. Well,
you got a backup guy, Marquise Hollywood. Yeah. Falls to 72, whatever that is, 76, like 75. That's yeah.
You know, sometimes I really should have known though that the guy named I Am the Sims was not going to let me get away with it. That was obviously he goes.
Oh
yeah,
doesn't even tease you with it.
Okay, sir. You need to learn drama. That is embarrassing stuff from you. You need to learn a sense. You need to learn a sense of drama. That was really, really bad. You needed to take whoever you were going to take before. Come on. I'm honestly embarrassed. Hotsy sauce.
And then let it go down to the last second at pick 50.
I believe this guy is like a noted sniper. I think that's kind of his game.
Hot sauce?
Yeah, I might be confusing him with someone else, but I believe that is his game.
All right. Well, if you want to get him back, pick there's a Dak pick in your future.
No, I'm going to take Mark Andrews because combinatorially that is crazy unique. How many Mahomes Andrews teams are there going to be in the big dog?
Only the people crying after one of the other persons got sniped.
Correct. Yeah. All right. That turn did not go that well.
Also, Pickens' ADP is like a round. Pickens' ADP is like a round different than Worthy, and he still went the Worthy first. Come on, get the drama.
That's true. Honestly, Best Ball Viper at the turn, who is in the chat. I mean, you should not have let him do that. You should really not have let him do that. Guys, I just took Justin Fields in the Best Ball Mania 5 draft because I struck out everywhere at quarterback. So it's happening.
It's like, did you see? I think someone posted, or I posted. I don't even remember if it's my draft or other people's drafts nowadays. But someone just kept drafting like 10 Justins. I didn't realize there were that many Justins in the league, but you could definitely.
We got Justin Jefferson, Justin Herbert, Justin Fields, Justin Watson. That's
and
it.
Then it
right?
got deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say Justin Shorter. Justin Shorter could theoretically make the roster. I think this is right. I think historical anomalies is correct. I think you do. We are now at a stage in drafting where I think you probably want to take Worthy first, because the cost of striking out on Mahomes is large. We're going to see the cost on my roster, but taking Worthy, who cares? Because Worthy is just a good pick, and the combinatorial penalty is much lower in this because there are not as many drafts done up until this point.
All right, there's why Anthony Richardson got sniped, but I knew it was a possibility. When I grabbed that T. Higgins, I knew I kind of gave myself an out. James Cook was some nice falling value there, and I thought that Richardson was still going to fall to me, but that's okay. I was kind of building in that risk.
Where is Worthy too soon to draft? I think Higgins is like the line. Higgins is the line where I'd be like, not even I would do that. And honestly, my truth, did you do a truth serum take for the ship chasing video?
I did. Are we allowed to reveal those? Are those like we
Yeah,
have an NDA?
I'll reveal mine, which is that I said my truth serum was I think Xavier Worthy is going to outscore Malik Neighbors and might outscore Marvin Harrison Jr. He's the fastest wide receiver in the history of the NFL playing with Mahomes. That was my truth serum.
If it's like 0 PPR, maybe that could happen. But
true. He needs to get about 17. Yeah, motherfucker. Of course, Hollywood Brown goes. All right, I'm gonna be learning Justin Watson on this team.
Yeah, I mean, CEH. There you go. You're still going generic Prince. I know you rode that for a couple of weeks.
I probably will do. Well, I don't know. I'll have to decide. There will come a time to decide. But I played that turn. I played that turn incorrectly, and I will be paying the penalty for playing that turn incorrectly.
All right. While you go your pick here, my truth serum is that you should absolutely 100%, quite appropriate given what I just did, not be concerned about reaching for your quarterback.
Totally. Yeah.
Because especially the drafts that we have right now, and I think my example was there's so many in that 7th round where it's let me kind of wait or whatever. But why? So you can get Ramondre Stevenson instead of DeAndre Swift. So you can maybe get that extra value in the one-off tight end or running back. Just grab your guy. And maybe I should have done it here. Hines, I don't know. James Cook felt like the right fit here, but that T. Higgins gave me the comfort that I can usually get dibs on the Joe Burrow in front of the Chase drafter. But
I could really see that one going either way, honestly. That specific, because you had one guy behind you who had Lamar, so you were really just sweating. You were sweating the uncorrelated turn guy. Yeah, I think that one is fine. All right, I am up here. Got no correlation, but I'm just gonna take David Montgomery. He's fine. I'll probably make this a 6 running back team. That's what do you do anything structurally different in these small field, easier to advance teams?
I'm less likely to go with an elite tight end. That's kind of and it's not like a big, black and white thing. It's obviously sliding scale, but that I really want the differentiator in the playoff weeks with elite tight end just isn't as valuable here, and advanced rate stuff like we've seen late tight end works. So I'd say that's one. That's kind of it. I don't try to play too safe at the other positions. Maybe I'll default a little bit to kind of safety in some areas, but I try not to. And if so, that's probably a bad bias.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think defaulting to safety actually is bad because it actually works. It actually works the other way, where because it's easier to advance, you should actually be taking more risky picks. It actually behooves you to be more risky because you can kind of have, I don't know, you could have a couple guys.
Real quick, can you go to the board? Do I go Ingram or do I go Burrow? How ballsy are we going?
I think you got to do Burrow. In my opinion, I would definitely take Burrow.
Yeah. I agree, especially after everything I'm just saying. And that was the whole reason for this fading Anthony Richardson, because so rarely is the Jamar Chase going to reach that much on Joe Burrow, even though I think that Baby Stevie probably should have. He's got Jaden Daniels at 92, which is a nice play as well for the Terry.
Correct.
But that's one of the examples where compare James Conner to the running back you're going to get next.
It's not great. Yeah. Well, I really like James Conner, actually. I don't know where you're at on him.
He's also better in this format, but yeah. That's one that I will default to. Sorry.
Sure. No one's taking Burrow on the corner. I don't think you can say stuff like that in this day and age.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And look, Evan Ingram came back to me, so works out. So Jerome Ford, Chuba Hubbard, James Conner, Gus Edwards. Like, there are guys in this format where regular season matters. It doesn't. I'd say my mind's a little more in the DK 555 structure where they're higher price. The playoff stuff is pretty easy to advance. Like, it's low, not as hard, but the regular season becomes like the hardest. Like, I just did a 2K last night where it's 2 out of 12 to advance out of your pod. Then it's like 2 out of 6 and 3 out of 6. And then a 3-person final. So like your most difficult kind of path or section is the first 2 out of 6, right. 1 out of 2 out of 12, 1 out of 6, 17%. Then you get to 33%, and then you get to 50%, and then a 3-person final. So like in those, there is a lot of value to go with those guys who are just going to get you further. Here, the 4 out of 12 kind of balances that.
Yeah. All right. I am going to take Chase Brown because he's the best pick on the board. Feel running back room of David Montgomery and Chase Brown. I mean, that is saying one guy who's going to get me 17 points a lot of the time, then one guy who's going to get me a bunch of 6-pointers, but 3 27-pointers, and I am fine with that. And man, best ball Viper, bro. Whew. He is having himself a draft. Cortland Sutton as your wide receiver 2 with Brandon Ayuk. Maybe he's back on his Romeo Dobbs. I'm going to take Joshua Palmer here and give myself a double stack out. I'm now in the stage. I've gone through the 5 stages of bargaining, and I'm now back at Mahomes unstacked in a small field. Totally fine. I just need him to do a vintage 2021 Mahomes game where he throws 1 to Noah Gray, 1 to Jerick McKinnon, who's not being drafted but will get signed in November, 1 to Justin Ross, and 1 to Rashee Rice and 1 to Kelsey. That's all I need. It's fine. It's totally fine, Justin.
If he can throw it behind his back, he can also just throw it to himself, right? Like, that's part of the game that we just haven't seen yet. I think you can talk yourself into Patrick Mahomes overstack is good for this format.
It's bad,
I think you can talk yourself into Patrick Mahomes understack is good for this format. I think you can talk yourself into having strong players on good teams is good for this format. I'd probably be willing to default overstack in this format more than understack, but like I think Mahomes is fine.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have preferred to. I mean, honestly, this is a good question. If Worthy goes there, do you think I just snap take Hollywood Brown and just say the comment like, I'm giving up a bunch of projected points, but the stack is more important.
Hollywood's been falling so far. The fact that he didn't fall to you at 70, that's All
right, Justin is on the clock in the big dog. Tony Pollard, great pick. Justin is cooking with gas. He's got Burrow and T, running back room of Breece, Cook, and Pollard. He's got Evan Ingram at tight end, wide receiver room, Drake London, Michael Pittman Jr., T against Chris Godwin. I think you're painting a Mona Lisa right now in the old big dog.
I need to slow down a lot at running back, so I'm pretty much done at running back. I'm going to grab 2 in the mid-late. I'm probably going to grab 2 tight ends at the very end. So I got to figure out like what I'm doing with my QB2 and wide receivers. There's options, but things could also kind of fall apart because I can't go with Atlanta. So yeah,
true. Which I hate. I actually the week 6 bye weeks are obviously my number one biggest
for you. I get
nemesis. For me, it's terrible. But week 12 is sneaky because for whatever reason, literally exactly what you're dealing with, the Bills stuff and the Falcons stuff, just like they tend to line up. Maybe it's just how I have players ranked, but it's super annoying. So yeah. I've been there many times.
I can't grab Rashid Shaheed with the bye week. I just said I was going to wait on running backs, but I think I'm going to grab Singletary and
I think
figure it out.
I mean, Singletary. I might have taken. Oh no, I mean, what do you do there? I think that's like a total coin flip. Shaheed versus Singletary. Honestly,
normally I would go Shaheed, but Shaheed with the bye week 12. I don't want to set myself up with now the Derek Carr, which is the same bye week as my Burrow, so like I'd rather save my wide receivers for another back stack that I can grab. Also, I can go with 4 running backs now. Even though 2 have the same bye week, I'm still fine with Pollard and Singletary for 1 week together. So like I think that gives me a little more flexibility. Also, I'm on the clock from either.
Okay, well, make your pick, and then we can talk through how often you go through 2 tight end versus 3 tight end, like Ingram Bowers, or is Ingram Jawan enough? Ingram Janu enough? I tend to think, I mean, I have Bowers ranked very high, so like Ingram Bowers would be a good tight end room for me. But Ingram Jawan does not feel good to me. I would tack on a third guy there. A lot of the time, I'm on the clock. I'm going to select Blake Corum. I'm not doing great on my week 6 buys, but I think I've got Blake Corum as the best running back there by a lot, and I need a little bit of ceiling because I've got 2 floor setter guys. I actually think Chase Brown is kind of a little bit more of a, I mean, he's got some ceiling, but he's kind of like super James White is kind of how I'm going to view his role at the beginning of the year. It's going to be like a lot of manufactured touches type stuff, probably not a ton of red zone. So, God, why do I have Justin Herbert ranked so high? That is, I must have done some weird formatting thing in my most recent rankings update. Although I am very high on Justin Herbert. I think
the injury slows us down a little.
Yes. Yeah. Because I did kind of think he might run. I kind of thought like 450 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns, and I'm pretty much wiping that off now. I think there's like a very low chance of that. All right. Ford is the 6th condom pick. Trey Benson is the ceiling pick. What do you think? Or do you think I
like Jerome Ford a lot. I'll give my Jerome Ford argument, but I always start off with this question of if Nick Chubb is fully healthy, where would Jerome Ford be being drafted right now?
Running back 59.
Like next to Hill.
Yeah.
I think Ty Chandler.
Well, it's too late. I am already picking.
No. Sorry. No. I'm saying I think that Jerome Ford, if Nick Chubb is fully healthy, I think Jerome Ford goes near Ty Chandler because he still has a role in that offense. From what we've actually seen with what that offense wants to be more pass heavy, they were 5th in neutral pass rate last year, 1st in total volume. They actually played faster with Deshaun Watson. This team wants to run a bunch of plays. They want to be more pass heavy. Like Jerome Ford fits what their future offense looks like. So even if Chubb is fully healthy, I think Jerome Ford goes around Ty Chandler. And now we're getting a substantial amount of time without Nick Chubb. We also don't know when Nick Chubb's going to come back. Like Nick Chubb's always been an efficiency guy. What if he doesn't have that same efficiency coming off the injury? And we're paying like around more than what I think he would be costing, if Nick Chubb was fully healthy. So I don't like when he was going next to the Bengals and the Washington guys, I wasn't taking him. But now that he's after that tier, I started scooping up a decent amount.
So I mean, that's so funny. I literally just looked. I've got 0.2% Jerome Ford. I mean, I don't like Jerome Ford. I think he is a replacement level player, but everything that you just said is totally true. Honestly, the issue that I have with him is that what is his role weeks 15, 16, and 17 if Chubb is healthy? But honestly, that's me talking out of both sides of my mouth, though, which is that I am not really taking a ton of Chubb either, and I'm not really taking Foreman, and I've got no Nyheim Hines, I've got no Pierre Strong. So really, I'm doing like the worst thing that a fantasy tout can do, which is like having opinions and then not making it. I guess by not selecting any of them, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, but that doesn't feel particularly good either because one of those 4 guys is going to be a good pick. I just don't know which one.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be Foreman. It sounds like Foreman's quite low on the depth.
I think he's getting cut so that Hines can be the kick returner, 3rd down guy, which is huge for Ford because Ford might get a little bit of goal line work in that scenario, which he didn't at all. I mean, they basically just did not play him inside the 5-yard line last year. All right, Herzig took Mike Williams at 130. He's back on the clock here. Mike Williams correlates to Breece Hall and to James Cook. Justin, what are you doing here at 135?
Ugly. I don't want a running back. and I'm up on both. This is bad.
All
We're
right,
just gonna grab Fryermuth and give myself a 2 tight end build.
There we go. My man is cooking right now in the 555 on DraftKings, and he was gracious enough to join us in the big dog. These $500 drafts, which is beautiful. I mean, honestly, I gotta say thank you. It filled like right on time. I'm gonna be in 25 minutes. I'm going to go do another stream, and so it's gonna like literally sync up exactly perfect. So I appreciate everyone for that. And Pete is going to be done with his stream in about 10 minutes, which is I was saying this earlier. I didn't want to compete against Best Ball Breakfast. That's never a position I want to put myself in, but I am going to try and stream every day until the season starts. The live numbers right now, Justin, they are crazy. I've never seen people so thirsty for best ball content in my life. So
you said that twice when I've come on stream now, and I'm still convinced it's just a coincidence. But if there's a third time, we may have to start giving me some kind of branding rights or something.
Yeah, you might. You might need to. I'm gonna take Justin Herbert here with the double stack. That
nice.
I was like, dude, it is August 19th. You can't count on anything in this world. Like you can't. You got nothing. So now I can be done. I can be done at 2 quarterbacks, which I was. Because if Herbert goes, I'm not feeling. I don't like that. I don't like going for one superhero quarterback and then having like one dust ball. Like even Mahomes may, I kind of hate. Like I kind of would want a third guy there. So
yeah, and you couldn't go the Darnold, couldn't go Stafford because those both have the same. I agree. Mahomes and Gardner's not great.
No, it's really not.
Yeah, you didn't leave yourself anything else. It would have been having to, I don't know. Mahomes,
it would have been
Nick, and
it would have been Marvin Mims, Greg Dulcich, and Bo Nix is how I would have ended that one, and that would look. I like Bo Nix as much as the next guy, but that's probably not how I'm winning. $200,000. All right, I'm about to be up here. I mean, J.K. Dobbins. Is that too many Chargers? Like I have J.K. Dobbins as the clear pick here, but do you think
running back is definitely the position I'd want for you? Yeah, I like.
I did take Dobbins in the big. Yeah, you think Bucky? I took Dobbins in the big dog yesterday.
Go Dobbins. I'd go Dobbins, but I'm just saying in general because I saw him as the next guy.
Yeah,
I love Bucky. Like
that is
things could work out really well for him. It probably needs a Rachaad White injury, but even if it's a minor injury, I'm not sure he gets it back.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at as well. It seems like if you're a vibes-based drafter, if you are attuned to the vibrations of fantasy football, all the vibes for Bucky Irving since training camp has started are very good. And of course, I am the Sims takes Bucky Irving. You can't, Justin, you can't give these people a goddamn inch in this world. You really can't.
How am I supposed to know that I am the Sims also watches the streams? Like you can't really be both.
I'm not, buddy. I am not mad. I don't care. I fully realize when you do a stream draft, you are putting yourself out to the world. Jay Strez, this is how it works. Justin doesn't have any equity on this team because Justin is drafting in this. Well, I'm Fareed is backing me in these. So anyone who comes on and drafts a big dog on these, you're getting 50% of 50%. So you've got 25% equity in a streamed big dog.
No, I was joking. Our bet as next year is for a big dog. So
well, here's the deal. You are in it. Yeah.
I go Cousins and I turn this into a 3 QB team, but this is just too much value on Cousins to stack with the Drake London. That is completely fine. I kind of like 3 quarterback teams conceptually because if it's two late ones, then you're setting yourself up so many good ping pongs. Like it's like the old. I love it. Yeah. Well, and this is what I mentioned earlier, where the Singletary gives me the optionality for 4 running backs. The Fryermuth gives me optionality for 2 tight ends. Both of those together give me increased ability to grab 3 QBs.
For sure. For sure. And I mean, the thing is that I really like some of the quarterbacks who literally go in the last round. Like Drake May and Bo Nix, I legit think have league winning range. Not like they finish top 10 quarterbacks or anything like that is not going to happen, but they're going to be
basis top 5 with their rushing ability.
Completely. Yeah. I mean, Nix has looked, I mean, I did not like Nix as a prospect, but I humility-based drafting is important, and I've realized that is wrong. He's going to come in and be a consummate professional. Justin is on the clock at 159 with a double quarterback, 2 tight end team. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take the player that probably this offseason the last 2 preseason weeks has shown that he could literally get cut or could have the most valuable role in the offense in the receiving game, and that's Jahan Dotson. In that first preseason game, we saw he was actually being used as the slot receiver. That's a huge positive. We then also saw that he was used really deep into the game, and then coach was saying the number 2 wide receiver job is still open. That's a negative. Then this week, we see that he gets a little more of what we expect of a starting wide receiver. Again, still playing the slot, but not playing nearly as deep and still playing predominantly with the ones. So if he actually has this role in 2 wide receiver sets and then moves to the slot, that could be the number 1 wide receiver role on that team. At the least, it's still much more valuable than where we're drafting him at. Or all this news is kind of actually true, and he really kind of was a shitty wide receiver last year. He didn't really step up from his rookie year, and he's fighting with De'Ami Brown for an actual spot. Yeah, that's not good. But I'll take it at 160.
So I'm so with you. I actually think it's all cap. I think it's literally up and down cap. I think De'Ami Brown is just or Jahan Dotson is just going to be the second wide receiver. All right.
Do you think he's going to play slot?
I think he'll rotate in there some. I don't think it will be a 1-to-1. I need an Arizona wide receiver. Easy. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team, Greg Dortch. I think he is going to play 70% of the routes or so. I mean, De'Ami Brown stinks. Luke McCaffrey is slot only. Luke McCaffrey, I think, is probably going to start the season a little slow. Although I do think honestly, I do think Luke McCaffrey probably is going to end up playing. But De'Ami Brown and Olamide Zaccheaus, and I mean even Zach Ertz, a lot of these guys who might start the season playing well are going to play themselves into a bench role incredibly quickly. So, yeah. I think this is not true. It's kind of the Greg Dortch thing obviously did kind of start out as a bit. It is not a bit anymore. He just is going to get a lot of targets. He's probably going to get 85 targets in this offense that I think is going to be very good.
Right. But it's got to be because it's funny when I go back to home leagues or redraft, even guys like Cortland Sutton don't really matter anymore. So yes, Greg Dortch could very much beat out Cortland Sutton, but also Cortland Sutton's kind of irrelevant in the majority of home leagues. Correct. So that's where, yes, any of these guys being drafted at 190 are really only matter for best ball. But I agree, especially a PPR league, he's a bye week fill-in and he could do well. Let's go Wake Forest.
Yeah. Let's go Wake Forest. All right. I'm going to take Jermaine Burton. That is the kind of shot in the arm style pick that I needed. Cause Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, if I'm not getting weekly contributions from them, this team is kind of dust. And if I'm not getting scores out of Ladd or Palmer, that means the Herbert pick is dead. So I kind of just need a guy. Actually, really, you need the opposite of Dortch. You need a guy who's got fewer 11-point picks, fewer 11-point games in his range of outcomes, and more 21 picks. I also am realizing you probably wanted him, but there's actually another good Bengals pick for you to make, and that is completely fine.
I'd rather have the other one, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's
he already went.
Oh, of course. I mean, that to me is totally team dependent. If I'm looking at a 6th wide receiver and I've got 2 rookie wide receivers already, let's say this was a worthy Malik Neighbors team, I probably would have preferred Yoshi Boss, but just getting some more range. Justin is on the clock at 178. Are you struggling?
I'm trying to find a QB who I think is going to be playing in Week 12. Sam Darnold?
Dimes.
No, okay.
Nix.
I know what I'll do.
Nix is the one.
I just gotta. Just give me that.
Sure. I like that. Yeah, more correlation.
I've just got a bunch of Jets right now. And so if I'm just going to make a bet on that team, and I've got like the James Cook as the bring back, let me just keep that going. And yeah, so like right now, I'm just trying to figure out, because I need a second QB who's going to be playing in Week 12. And so if I look at my stack options after Baker went, you got Daniel Jones. I don't love it. You've got the Pittsburgh guys. Not sure who I'd be picking there. Sam Darnold is available, but I don't have a stack partner for it. But again, like, how confident am I really in him playing that Week 12? So I think I'm just going to grab Drake May here.
That's so the move. Yeah, that's the move.
Just find another stack after.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got Drake May. Drake May has infinite. Got you. There are
exactly.
That's completely fine. In fact, I mean, Fields obviously, like, if you
what do I
knew,
go next?
Yeah, or yeah, either. Rishi, he could not do this. He could not do this because that is another Week 12 bye. That's the thing that's brutal about the Jets-Bills game, is that they both have Week 12 buys, which is fairly annoying.
Cousins, yes, don't worry. Very, very much considered that. But when I went with the Cousins falling value, that gave me my second bye Week 12, so I couldn't have three.
All right, I'm going to be in a tricky spot when my pick comes up, because I would like to add a Kansas City Chief, but they're all bad Kansas City Chiefs. Would you take, in round 18, one of the shitty tight ends? Would you take Clyde? Would you take Prince? Would you take or am I just, is it just not you? There's no point. What do you think?
I'd go CH. I'm still drafting CH in the last round. I think you know what better than me, but it sounds like he's probably going to be the boring number 2 in that offense. Also, if Pacheco gets hurt, it helps Mahomes from a fantasy wise. He spreads it out a bit more. So 100%. Like, you get a little combinatorial, little correlation there. I wouldn't be taking him now. I think you still have your choice of whatever.
Sinnott is interesting.
I'm bullish on Sinnott right now.
Yeah. Sinnott.
I love Colby too, but
Parkinson is more correlation. That's a lot of Rams without Stafford. I don't
mind that. What are you gonna do? Is what Stafford's gonna beat you? Like, you have Mahomes. I don't care if Stafford puts up 28. You still have Mahomes, who's getting you at least 25. Let your Rams go off.
You the combinatorial uniqueness that I just got there, though, with oh no, I took Sinnott. If I would have taken Colby Parkinson, the combinatorial uniqueness, no one is drafting Week 6 bye week tight ends with Pat. I feel very confident about that. I'm just going to take Clyde right here, assuming that he doesn't get sniped with me, because I want to have the optionality to do whatever I want in round 18. And I can tell myself a story. It's not a this is literally true. I don't know what you're saying. This is literally just fact. He has PTSD. He literally had to miss practice and go to the hospital for having he was a carjacking or something. Like, him and his friends got robbed at gunpoint. So Mr. Drew Vogel, I'd like to see you get robbed at gunpoint and then say that you have no mental health issues and that your life feels completely fine and that everything is chill with you. The media or the player, I mean,
stop giving this person time of day.
I guess he lives too close to a 5G tower. This is actually so true. Honestly, amazing more running backs don't have PTSD just from getting smoked all the time, just from getting absolutely obliterated all the time.
Those are different letters. Those are CTE.
Yeah, okay, that's true. All right, Justin is on the clock. He's gonna make 202nd overall pick in the $500 big dog. I mean, you literally have an infinite number of guys you can take here based on your quarterbacks.
Since Atlanta.
Although one of them did just get taken.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with make it a 3-5-8-3 build.
I like Shipley. Shipley's a guy I'm trying to get a little bit more of. Should I trade Debo for most certain Zay Flowers? Absolutely not. That's literally insane. That is insane. For any kind of managed leagues. And let me give you a little hint. You always want the best player in a trade. It's just that's pretty much the move in any kind of fantasy football thing. All right, you basically have a luxury pick, honestly, here at the end, wow. Justin.
I need my New England stack. I have no one with Drake. And
to
be honest, and here, I mean, I still want to get a stack partner for him. Like in the case where your third QB this late that you're doing just to really kind of fill a buy situation and maybe get a little upside, like you don't need to force it. That said, like Kendrick Bourne is still available. I'm going to take him if he falls to me. If he doesn't, I'm going to grab a different wide receiver.
There's another guy.
I'm not grabbing Ray McLeod.
No, correct. I did a couple DK fast this morning. It's actually so true. The underdog DK ADP discrepancy like grows greater every single day. It's like structurally you're doing much different things on each site now.
Yeah.
Trey Tucker.
We'll go with Stefan's question here. Who's my favorite Miami running back to draft this year? Well, considering my highest drafted player is now Achane, I think that answers it.
Wow,
guys, asked Gibson for me.
You thought Justin didn't know ball? The guy knows ball beyond your comprehension. Having Achane as your most drafted player, immediate ball knowing. No one
got up to 24%.
Yeah. Okay. So I actually didn't realize this when I took Sinnott, but Sinnott and Andrews have the same bye week. So this is setting me up to make. I will be taking one player in round 18 that I'm the only that no one else in the big dog will have been taken. So I'm very much
so hot.
Yeah. So whichever one of these guys I take, they will be the only one taken in the big dog. Justin, I'm gonna let Noah Gray or Jared Wiley.
Yeah.
I could take either one. I've got $20 of Jared Wiley, $5 of Noah Gray. Noah Gray is definitely going to play more snaps. Jared Wiley definitely is going to have. If Jared Wiley is playing, that's the thing. If Jared Wiley is playing, he is going to be playing the Kelsey role. But it's got to be Noah Gray. Noah Gray will run 11 routes in week 14.
And he's going to cost $200 on Showdown Slate. And he's going to give you just that one reception, 6 yards touchdown.
You can't. They tried to box me out. They lost. I am extremely woke to Trey Tucker. Not that I think Trey Tucker is like that great or anything, but any game that Trey Tucker matters is gonna be a good game. Like any game that he matters has a touchdown.
We've always known Gardner Minshew to be able to support number 3 wide receivers and multiple tight ends. So obviously it's going to work out really well. My thought for Trey Tucker is that he ends up with 473 receiving yards on the season, but it might come with 3 touchdowns. And if 2 of those touchdowns are in the same week, he was probably a good round 18 pick. All right, let's. My irrelevant truth serum is that if the Raiders had a competent quarterback, they would be a playoff team. Legit team. Because I don't know that much about defenses, but everyone Sharp is saying they're gonna have a really strong defense. And then Devontae, I think Jacoby Myers is a very good wide receiver. Agree, Trey Tucker, he's really coming into himself. I think he's gonna be a solid number 3. Who cares about the running game and whatever? I think that team with a competent quarterback, and sure, that's probably the case for a lot of teams if I actually went through it. But it sucks that AOC AOC must have been really bad because they really wanted him. Give it to the youth, see what you have. For Gardner to beat him out, that's not good.
Justin Herbert on the Raiders, absolute cook show. Would be. I mean, even freaking Cousins Cousins on the Raiders. I mean, they are cooking with absolute gas.
That's fair. You gave him like Herbert's like a top, I don't know, 7 quarterback. I think Peyton Manning just called him top
about that. Yeah.
3 or 4. Yeah.
Okay, let's go over our teams here real quick, and then I got to get out of here. I did Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, and Devontae Adams. I fucked up right here. I took Mahomes instead of Worthy. I should have done Worthy and then Mahomes. Mark Andrews at 51. Lad McConkey, David Montgomery, Chase Brown, Josh Palmer, Blake Corum, Trey Benson. Got the Herbert double stack, triple stack actually with J.K. Dobbins. Greg Dortch for my Rams bring back. Jermaine Burton, Ben Sinnott, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Noah Gray. If the absolute worst Kansas City Chiefs stack is what you need in Week 17 in the Big Dog, I've got you covered. Justin, what did you do out of the 10 hole?
I survived. I didn't thrive, but I floated until I eventually found land. Went with Brees, grabbed some solid wide receivers, Drake London, Michael Pittman, T. Higgins. Took that James Cook. Maybe I should have gone Anthony Richardson. Things would have turned out very differently if I had like hindsight.
I like this better. I like what you ended up doing better, I think.
It's definitely more balanced. Grabbed Godwin as my 4th wide receiver. Went with the Burrow, Ingram. That kind of gave me some flexibility. Eventually got Freiermuth, so just 2 tight ends. The Burrow, I went with the falling Kirk Cousins, same bye week, so I had to end up with the Drake. But like Burrow, Cousins, Drake, pretty solid QB room. And then really just kind of try to find some of my guys as well as some correlation as the draft went on. So overall, like I look at a team and I'm like, but like with the way that kind of things fell, I'm okay with it.
I think you made chicken salad, honestly. I like it. I like the team. All right, feeling good. Justin, thank you very much for hopping on. That was beautiful. When are you streaming on the ETR channel this week?
Tuesdays, 4 p.m., but it's 4 subs. But otherwise, I'm jumping on. Still got a few other shows that I'm jumping on this week to help people out. So I'll put out some tweets. I got one at 6. Just follow the Twitter. And God, yeah, people are loving. And I say people because I follow into it as well. Like right before this, I was literally just watching the streams. But it's so fun right now just to be kind of drafting and streaming and drafting and watching and all that.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, everyone, don't forget the giveaway. You want 5% of my winnings?
I love this. I love this.
You're eligible, man. Comment. Make sure if you are subscribed to the channel and you leave a comment on any video that has been posted on this channel since July 2nd, you are eligible to be in a drawing where you can get 5% of my Best Ball Mania 5 winnings. We're all going to show up in Week 15. When I advance 43% of my teams and you have not commented on every single video and are not subscribed to the channel, you're going to feel like a fucking idiot. So instead of feeling like an idiot then, just avoid it. Just subscribe and comment to the channel right now. And you're going to...
And you get multiple entries. You can do one on each video. I don't know where someone got the idea to get people to comment on every single video, but it's genius.
Yeah, where do I get my ideas? Where Windhorse, where do I get my ideas? This is really my thing is I just look at what Pete does, and anything that Pete does that works, I either copy it exactly or change it just a little bit to make it my own. So of course, shout out to Peter Overzet. And shout out to Justin. Make sure that you're following Justin on Twitter. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Establish the Run YouTube channel. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go hop on the Player Profiler show. And then we'll be back for ADP chasing in like literally 90 minutes. So I will see you guys all then. So everyone,